guys? This is Jonathan from the Coruscant Courier again. Wow, the Acolyte took all of us for a ride in that finale. We definitely got some things right, and we definitely got some things wrong. But everybody's talking about the big reveal, and that was, of course, the actual live-action, in-the-flesh appearance of Darth Plagueis. Now, of course, he was not Qimir. So our theory that Plagueis and Qimir could have been the same person, it was just Plagueis moving bodies, which Plagueis is completely capable of doing, that ended up not being the case. We actually think, based on the context of how they used Plagueis and how Plagueis was kind of very hauntingly hiding in the caves, we believe it's probably safe to bet that Qimir and Plagueis have not even met yet. So that is something to think about, that perhaps Qimir has not been trained by Plagueis at all, and Plagueis is actually scouting out an apprentice. So that's one thing. The other thing is that we need to consider is, what if Darth Plagueis is the one that taught the witches how to create life? This is something that we have to consider, because that is the entire premise of how Anakin Skywalker was created, and it was also how Palpatine tried to persuade Anakin to go to the dark side in the first place. So the Force created Anakin after Darth Plagueis and Darth Sidious attempted to shift the Force's balance to the dark side. They were attempting to make the Force favor the dark side, and in return, the Force created the Chosen One to destroy the Sith, which was Anakin. So Darth Plagueis' ideas actually worked against him. But then we see later in Revenge of the Sith that Palpatine manipulates Anakin into believing that he was able to save Padme from certain death, of course drawing from his training with Plagueis. But we do know that Palpatine supposedly killed Plagueis before Plagueis was able to give him all of his research and knowledge of how to create life and how to save life. How unfortunate. So those are our two theories today, is that one, Qimir and Plagueis have not even met yet based on the context. I don't think that is a very outlandish idea. I think most of you watching the finale will agree that this was certainly a situation where they seemed to hint that Qimir and Plagueis have never met. Rather, Plagueis is just observing from the outside. And no, I don't have a problem with Plagueis lurking and kind of creeping behind the shadows. I realize some people did, as Plagueis was, of course, at the top of the banking clan, really called all the shots, was very well spoken and very intelligent. But that doesn't mean he was not capable of sneaking around and, of course, looking for people potentially to train, and I think that's exactly what's going on here. We also think it's a safe assumption that in Season 2, if there is a Season 2 of The Acolyte, that we are potentially going to see a flashback of Plagueis training the witches on how to create life by manipulating the Force. I do not think Disney is going to go the direction of having the witches be the ones that train Plagueis. I think it would be the other way around. I think it's going to be Plagueis who had trained the witches, and that's how they created Osha and May, who were, of course, a pretty terrible storyline. Most of the characters in The Acolyte were incredibly annoying, but people like Qimir and, of course, the appearance of Darth Plagueis made it all worth it. So we'll see what happens, but that's what we're deducing. We'll see what happens in Season 2, how big they go into the Plagueis storyline, but that is our theory. Let us know what you guys think. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching all of our theory videos. And of course, guys, don't get all up in arms when the theories are wrong, because that's the thing about theories. We don't know. It's a theory. It's not law. The writers have their own creative capabilities and directions, and that's kind of the fun thing for us as fans, is we get to kind of figure out where we think they're going. And of course, we didn't get it right. Although, the idea that Vernestra is evil and potentially a Sith is still on the table for us, because the way that that ended was pretty suspicious. But we might make another video on that later. Let us know what you guys think. Tell us if we're barking up the right tree. I have a feeling most of you guys feel the same way. But anyway, thank you guys for the love and support. May the Force be with you, always.